Welcome into the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Tim McMaster here, your host, and Michael Fulmer, Detroit Tigers rookie pitcher, off to such a great start to his career, is taking some time to step into the cage today and answer some questions. Michael, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
All right, people, you know how to get involved in this. You can use Twitter, use the hashtag Chatting Cage, use the MLB Fans app. You can get on the phone, on the app, use that to get in your questions. Hit the Get in Line button, and you can get on live with Michael Fulmer and ask your own question. We are going to start with Twitter, Michael, and Alan Vesey wants to know if you could add one pitch that any of your teammates have to your arsenal, what would it be?
Ooh. I mean, a part of me wants Bruce Rondon's fastball, but a part of me wants JV's curveball too. That thing, 12-6, that'd be nice to have.
What do you think one of them would want from you? They could take one of your pitches.
Verd, nothing. He's got all four pitches. I think maybe my slider. I've had guys ask me about my changeup, which I've never had asked before, but because I think I only started throwing it this year, so people are asking about that, but I don't know how much they actually want it.
Well, it's all certainly working for you. 10-3 so far this season, Michael. The ERA just over 2, and we have a fan ready to go here on the Chatting Cage. Go ahead, fan. Tell us your name, where you're from, and go ahead with your question for Michael.
Hi, Michael. I'm Aaron Hahn from Western Kansas, and I just got to ask, what's your favorite MLB ballpark you've played in so far?
What's up, Aaron? Favorite MLB ballpark? I think besides Comerica, Texas was really cool. It's pretty close to home for me in Oklahoma City, but Texas was pretty cool. They know how to announce a baseball game. I think their loudspeakers are about as loud as anywhere I can think of. So it was really cool to be in that environment. Fans are pretty great, and Kansas City's up there as well. I like Kansas City a lot too.
Yeah, Kansas City the last couple of years with their postseason runs has certainly been a rocking stadium for sure. We're going to go back to Twitter now, Michael, and Straight Out Center wants to know, we talked about your fellow pitchers on the teams. He wants to know about a hitter. What's it like having a front row seat to watch Miguel Cabrera hit?
I got the best seats in the game, and I get them for free most of the time. I like it's watching Miggy do his thing. It's pretty cool. It's every time we're in the 7th inning or later, you feel like he always comes through, and it's hard to expect from someone. But personally, he's the greatest hitter on the planet. So it's always fun to watch, and all the pop he has, especially during BP. I'm out in right field trying to shag balls, and I think I've hit the wall a few times because they're always going out over in right.
Yeah, and it's awesome seeing him healthy again this year for most of the year, putting those MVP numbers up once again. We're going to go now to the MLB Fans app. Chaos K13 wants to know, what's your favorite pitch to throw, Michael?
Favorite pitch? I like the fastball. You have to love your fastball, but I think slider is always fun, and the more I can fool batters with it, I think the more, the better I feel it is. So I like to, especially back foot to lefties. I like throwing that and seeing if I can get any awkward swings in there. That's always reassuring.
It's now time for our EDJ question of the day, and the question today, what was it like being able to finish off your first career shutout on Sunday?
It was really cool. I think I had about 100 family and friends in town, and obviously in my whole minor league career, I've never gone into the 9th inning at all. So being able to go out there for the 9th and having Brad have that faith in me to get the last 3 outs was it's really something special. And Mac, hugging Mac after the game was one of the best moments of the game because we got a W, and that was the most important thing.
Yeah, usually so many less full games these days that you don't get the high five with the catcher that often, Michael, but I know that's a tremendous moment to be able to start the game and finish it off, get the baseball back from that catcher, give him a high five. This is the Edward Jones Chatting Cage as we wait for fans to join us. Get in line, ask your own questions of Michael Fulmer. We're waiting for a fan to jump in right now, and here we go. Fan, just tell us what's your name, where are you from? Go ahead with your question for Michael.
I'm Leo. I'm from Detroit area, and
all right, Michael, I know it's hard to hear there. The question is, who's the toughest batter that you've had to face so far this season in your rookie year?
Oh, toughest batter. Well, considering Adrian Beltre got 2 hits off me the other day, He's pretty tough, but also guys like Eric Hosmer, Big Poppy. Those two guys were tough too. Apparently, I think Justin Morneau as well with the White Sox. He's taken me deep twice already, so that's I guess I had to put him up there as well.
Those are some pretty good names for sure. We go back to the MLB Fans app now, Michael, and M.316 wants to know, how old were you when you started incorporating breaking pitches into your arsenal? I know that's a popular question these days with young baseball players.
I started throwing a curveball at I think 10 years old. I went to a couple camps back in when I lived in Louisiana, and camps run by Dr. Tom House, who basically was a science guy to, how to mechanics of pitching, and he really taught us how to, at a young age, throw a curveball the right way, and basically no twisting or twisting of the wrist or anything like that, no strain on the elbow. It's basically all like a karate chop, he said. You're almost going straight down and no twisting involved. So I think that's where I started to learn to throw a curveball, and then about 10 years old.
Yeah, it's certainly a hot topic right now, and I think that's the key, is making sure young kids throw the ball right. If they're going to throw it early, like you said, 10 years old, throw it right and certainly try to avoid those injury issues later on in your career. We have another fan ready to go. Fan, if you just tell us your name, where you're from, go ahead with your question for Michael.
How's it going? I'm Anthony from the Detroit area. I'm just curious, what is your reaction to Kevin Durant leaving the Thunder? I know you're a big fan based on your Twitter bio.
That's a sensitive subject, Anthony. It really is. It's tough because what he's done for the city and the community around Oklahoma City. It's been awesome, and for him to have the best 8 years of the start of the franchise, it's really been something for fans to get around and root for. But I wish him the best of luck out in Golden State. I hope he wins a ring, as long as he just doesn't beat our Thunder in the process of it. So I root for him. I really do. He's a class act, but I think in Russ we trust. So I think Russ is going to carry this team and hopefully win a scoring title here this year.
Yeah, I was going to say the silver lining is that Westbrook is sticking around for a while. So Thunder fans that thought they might lose both guys, at least you're going to have Westbrook. And we have another fan to jump in right now, Michael. Fan, go ahead, tell us your name, where you're from, and ask your question.
Hi, I'm Sam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was wondering, who's the funniest person on the Tigers?
The funniest person?
Yeah, the funniest person in your clubhouse.
Ooh. I don't know. Miggy's pretty funny. He always strikes up a laugh, and then Kenzer's pretty funny as well. I'm not sure if you guys saw the rock, paper, scissors water bottle incident at Fenway, but that had the whole clubhouse cracking up. So it's I think Kenzer would take that role.
Great stuff. All right, back to Twitter now, Michael. And Sunshine Betty wants to know, with the Tigers still in the race right now, have you thought at all about what it would be like to start a playoff game?
It'd be a dream come true, but that's on one hand, and the other hand is we got to get there first. So we all know that we have a lot of season left to go, and we got a lot of big, important games coming up. So we're just trying to take one game at a time and win each game we can. And when that time comes, hopefully I'm called upon to help out the team in any way I can.
All right, on the MLB Fans app, Michael, Agon Fanatic wants to know, what goes through your mind when you see yourself being compared to some of the elite pitchers in the game?
It's an honor and a blessing. It really is. I didn't see myself here, obviously. I was in AA a year ago and had a little injuries in 2013 and 14, but I thank the Tigers organization for the opportunity so far, and I hope I never let them down, and hope to keep getting this team some wins.
Yeah, staying on Twitter, Michael, and the Tigers obviously went out and made the move to bring you in from the Mets, and that goes with our next question, which is from the Big List 100, who says, are you glad you're with an AL team now, or do you wish you still had the chance to hit?
Well, I'm glad with the Tigers because I'm in the big leagues right now, but then again, it was always fun hitting. I had, I think, 13 at-bats in AA last year with the Mets, and I think I got one hit. A little broken bat single, but it was a hit nonetheless. And I had a chance this year when we were in Washington. I got 2 ABs and didn't make contact with a single ball, and I actually tried to bunt. So that wasn't very fun, but hopefully there's only room for improvement from there.
I guess the good thing is with interleague play now, obviously you still get that occasional chance to swing the bat. Although, how much BP are you able to get in during a season? Just those days, or do you try to get in the cage a little more often?
I just got in the cage for that, I think, 2 days before my start in Washington, but I know we got a series in Atlanta to close out the regular season. So hopefully my turn in the rotation falls on one of those days. I'm looking forward to get a shot at redemption.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, you're in the chatting cage, so that's good. This is the Edward Jones chatting cage, chance for fans to get a question in, and we have another fan getting ready to go right now. Fan, if you can go ahead, tell us your name, where you're from, and ask your question for Michael.
Hi, I'm Noah from Rochester Hills, Michigan. And Michael, I was wondering, what were your emotions in your debut with the Tigers?
Oh, my emotions? They were all over the place. They really were. I think I jogged off the mound after the first inning, after the third out, and I don't think I've ever jogged off the mound ever after an inning. So that was one thing, but I think my second batter, I had Brian Wilson was catching. Brian Dozier was at the plate, and second batter of the game. And I think Bobby gave me, it looked like a 3, or he gave me a 3, and it actually looked like a 4, so I thought it was a changeup, and he actually called for a slider. So I threw a changeup, and it ended up working out in my favor because Dozier swung and missed. But yeah, I was nervous to say the least.
Well, it certainly all worked out, and you don't look nervous on the mound at all anymore, and that's going to do it for this edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Michael, thanks so much time for fielding some questions from our fans.
No problem, Tim. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's going to do it for another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Make sure you tune in again next time.